Yeah, typically in the South, this part of the country, you'll either fish a lake that has a lot of wood in it or a lake that'll have a lot of grass in it. And trying to decipher that, during the short time that we're out there is the most challenging aspect of it. Take for instance, if it's a solid grass lake, which I hope it is, I look for the obvious things, and that's where I start my approach. I fish the most obvious deal. I'll fish a point, or I'll fish a corner, or I'll fish, something that looks a little bit different from the ordinary instead of just getting up on a straight grass line, for instance. And, maybe you'll narrow that search. Maybe your first bite will come out of a mat of hydrilla that maybe has some hyson blowed into it, and then you can start kind of dialing in, and fishing a specific deal. That's what you hope to figure out as the tournament progresses and as the tournament goes on. And hopefully you'll get that first bite fairly quick, and it'll give you, something to go on and, something that you can run with. If you're fishing a wood lake, I try to fish something different. Maybe it's there's a bunch of wood in one section of the lake, or maybe there's just an isolated part wood, in another section of the lake. I'm going to concentrate on the isolated stuff that kind of sticks out by itself, and that way, if it's the only cover in that general area, that's the only cover those fish have to go to, rather than fishing a solid bank line that has a lot of cover on it. Try to fish the more isolated stuff. So, as you go out there and you're dealing with all this cover and stuff, you're hoping to refine your pattern and narrow it down and eliminate a lot of dead water and focus on the areas and try to replicate where you got that first bite. And it just narrows your search. It gives you something, to identify and something to go forward with.